Welcome to our second ride of the Operation Overlord tour. Today we are taking you east of Bayeux and touring just around the city of Cannes. The ride is 190 kilometers, 118 miles long, and we're going to start off by some nice riding and bringing you to other sites than the war memorials that Normandy is famous for. But we will end with two of the Operation Overlord highlights. So, let's go crazy! We thought it was time for a stop to stretch our legs and maybe have a drink. So we are bringing you to this Château de Canon, the Castle of Cannon. It is possible to visit the chateau with a guided tour, only in French apparently, according to the website, and the gardens, but it has some limited opening times. As I said, the chateau has limited opening hours, but also the Salon du Thé has limited opening hours. So we stopped in the village just a few minutes from the castle, and we will have a drink here at the Hôtel de la Gare. And we will add this to your GPX file. We decided to have some lunch here at the Hôtel de la Gare, and after this we are going to take you to the Route du Cidre. The Route du Cidre promises to take us on small winding roads through beautiful villages and passing cider farms. Sounds good, doesn't it? But for now, bon appétit! We are now in Beuvron, and Beuvron is affiliated to Les Plus Beaux Villages de France, the most beautiful villages of France. On this market square and the streets surrounding it, you will find 40 half-timbered houses from the 17th and 18th century. And it sure is a pretty village. We have parked our bikes on the square. But if you want to stay longer, there's a free parking space just around the corner, indicated on the signs. As I promised you, also today we are going to take you to some Operation Overlord highlights that you don't want to miss. And this is the Pegasus Bridge. Well, actually it's the modern design with which it was replaced in 1994, but it is a Bascule bridge just like the old one. The old bridge is now the centerpiece of the Mémorial Pegasus, the museum just around the corner where we parked our bikes. And of course we will share the link for more information. On the night of June 5th, 1944, a force of 181 men left England to capture this bridge and the Horsa Bridge, the bridge just before this bridge, over the River Orne. The goal was to prevent the Germans to attack the eastern landings on the Sword Beach, the most eastern part of the landings on D-Day. After the landing, as close as 47 yards from their objective, from 16 minutes past midnight, they took this bridge within 10 minutes. They lost 2 men in this operation, one drowning just after landing and the other, Lieutenant Brotheridge, being the first member of the invading Allied forces to die from enemy fire on D-Day. The successful taking of the bridge played an important role in limiting the counterattack from the Germans in the days and weeks after the invasion in Normandy. 3 British paratroopers entered this Café Gondry at 6:20 a.m. on June 6, 1944, liberating it and thereby becoming the first house in occupied France to be liberated. The café was run by Georges and Thérèse Gondry, and they were part of the French resistance. They did pass on information about the defenses around the bridge through the French underground to the British intelligence. This is another site regarding Operation Overlord that you don't want to miss. Here in Arromanches-la-Baie, the Allied forces, immediately after D-Day, installed the Mulberry Harbour. This artificial port allowed for unloading of heavy equipment without having to wait for the conquest of deep water ports and for the transport of 9,000 tons of heavy material per day. Arromanches is situated in the center of the Gold Beach landing zone. And luckily, it was spared the brunt of fighting on D-Day, so the installation and operation of this Mulberry Harbour could proceed as quickly as possible without destroying this beach and the lines of communication. The port had been installed on June 14, 1944. The British built huge floating concrete caissons, and after being towed from England, they had to be assembled here to form piers and wall to define this port, and they were linked to land by floating roadways. During 100 days of operation of the port, 2.5 million men, 500,000 vehicles and 4 million tons of material were landed through this port. The Musée de Débarquement here in Arromanches, with information about Operation Overlord and the Mulberry Harbour in particular, is definitely worth a visit. We will share the link with you, but maybe you want to add an extra day to explore this all. We are only 10 kilometers or 6 miles away from Bayeux, so we will end this video here. And we do hope that you will enjoy your road trip as much as we did. And as you can see, there's plenty of things to do and see around Bayeux, so a good way to spend your time here in Normandy. Or if you want to go and explore other tours, go have a look on our website. Bye bye! If you like this video and want to help us grow our channel, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you don't want to miss our future videos on crazy rides. And if you want to keep going crazy now, we have a really nice tour in the Loire area, the lovely Loire Tour. It's in the middle of your screen.